There's a buzzard up there.
Faster.
Turkey vulture.
Feeling better.
Yeah, she's not dead yet.
Zone 1.
That's what Dan and I used to say.
Just slightly I'm pushing. It's like, you know that thing you had that was a mixer with all those legs sticking down?
What?
A pot stirrer or something?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it feels like I have on my head.
Time 14 minutes.
I got that from Stan.
Yeah.
He used to use it for his porridge.
Oh.
He'd stand it up in his oatmeal. Because it was such a bind for him to have to stand up to cook anything.
Yeah. He'd put it in before.
He would put it in beforehand and then put it on the stove, start it off on a slow simmer, and it would start to vibrate and waddle its way around the oatmeal pot until it was done, and then he would just turn it off. Or we'd ask Violet to take it off. But he would start the proceedings. He met her in Victoria in a dance studio. In those days, if you wanted to meet a girl...
Something Murray.
Yeah, Murray...
No, something Murray. The dancing studio.
Oh, yeah. Arthur Murray?
Arthur Murray.
No, that...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Arthur Murray. He had a dance studio.
Well, that's where people used to go instead of going clubbing or going to a bar. They would go and pick up a dance partner.
Yeah.
That's where he met Violet.
Immediately you get a hold on of him.
Yeah. Anyway, he's long gone. I wonder if Violet is still alive. That would be something. See, I'm trying to try and stay in zone 2 today. I'm already in zone 3 and we're hiking. But that's what I mean. Once I get to the back of the mountain, I'm going to be moving at this speed. My heart still hasn't quite stabilized yet. I need a bit of good downhill trails. Hello. Hi, neighbor.
Average heart rate 129. Workout average pace 9
Yeah.
minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
That was Valerie, and our Romanian neighbor, Igor. He used to come up here with his son's German Shepherd. I do have my good camera here, so if you see anything that you want me to immortalize, I've got it in a slightly lower quality setting, so it doesn't hesitate. Yeah, so see, quite often when I take a photograph, if I want to use it as a title photograph for my podcast, it'll say image too wide or something like that, too large. Yep, so I end up having to take a screenshot of my image just so that it reduces it reduces the pixels. Instead of being millions, it's hundreds of thousands. That's what megapixel is, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't really have to be that high quality. It's not as if I'm going to make 8x10s of it.
And most jobs, it's something like 80K or something.
That's all they allow? Yep. Well, maybe what happens is that when Facebook loads up your pictures, it already brings them down in quality.
Yeah, it does not so much, but I don't think they're megabytes.
6 seconds past. Time 18 minutes. Distance 1.89 kilometers. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 9 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
Over 12, I think.
I still haven't heard a zone change. Wake up, Samantha, yeah. By the way, I'm feeling. She has... What?
Zone 3.
Zone 3, you see? Zone
The way
3.
I'm feeling is what you're saying.
Yeah, the way I'm feeling, it should be Zone 3, and sure enough, she confirmed it. Zone 2, I heard that. But I purposefully reduced the volume at home before I set off, because I knew that once I'm in the back, it's going to be so quiet that Samantha's going to be too loud for my audio recording. So June the 12th, 1981 was our wedding day, that's right. 40 years. Zone 3, hang on. Look, hummingbird. Not in front of a feeder. Look at that.
Lost.
He must be lost. He's looking for the nearest feeder. He's over there, look. With the honeysuckles. Yeah. Anyway. So we got married in the Palais de Justice à Montréal with your sister, her boyfriend, her children, your dad, your mum, you, me, and we were married by a woman magistrate. And I think the ceremony was in English and in French. In English and in French? Just in English? For your dad's sake? Yeah, probably for your dad. He was kind of francophobic. It just said slower to me, so I'm going to take heed. Yep. So I looked it up this morning, and 40-year anniversary is Ruby. So I don't know how many rubies I'm going to get. Not many. Ruby grapefruit's about the best.
24 seconds ahead. Time 21 minutes. Distance 2.25 kilometers. Average heart rate 128.
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you? When you... I bet you don't know the name of the band that recorded that song. That was 40 years ago. More. That was 50 years ago. Anyway, the Rolling Stones. Well, about the same era as the Yardbirds. But there you go, Ruby Tuesday by the Stones. Jagger and Richards, I think, were credited for that one. So how old is Mick Jagger now? 90?
I don't think he's 90 yet, but he's...
The same age as Dylan. Dylan is 80.
Dylan is just 80.
Yeah. Just 80. You see, with this traffic noise, I couldn't hear... Samantha! You know. But that's okay, because very soon I won't have that noise. Then I'll be able to hear it. Well, then it will. Then she and I will be sharing the airwaves. So, 40 years. And in those 40 years, we've managed to have 2 sons. We've owned a restaurant. We've moved from Montreal all the way to British Columbia. Anyway, there's not much further west that we can go, unless it's Hawaii. I know. Or New Zealand.
Distance 2.47 kilometers. Average heart rate 126. Workout average pace 9 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
I always imagine New Zealand to be like BC, but I'm sure in parts it is. There's probably parts of Australia that are like this, around Victoria.
Australia is kind of drier, but New Zealand is mountains and green.
So it's got more of an ocean effect because it's narrow and you've got 2 islands.
Oh, and it's a good deal closer
Yep.
Australia.
That's one of the setting off points for the South Pole is New Zealand. Alright, so basically that's what we've done in 40 years. The first 40. Here's to the next 20.
34 seconds ahead. Time 24 minutes. Distance 2.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 131.
Well, if we
Workout average pace 9 minutes 17
get
seconds
the
per kilometer.
pandemic to stop, we could go to New Zealand.
Well, we could, but yeah, there's closer places than New Zealand that we'd get to first.
Yeah.
Faster.
But all I hear is people talking about the borders are crowded, thousands of people have taken to their cars, you know, it's just a long weekend. Or it's the Memorial Day. Is it today? Monday, wow. And how old is he going to be, 28?
What?
38?
Possibly 38.
Yeah.
83.
Okay, yeah, so he'll be 38. Wow. In terms of anniversary and birth age. Yeah, well, it makes... Yeah. Hello. Hi. Beautiful morning, eh?
Yes, it is.
So far, not too many crowds. That's what I'm banking on. Once I'm in the back, I probably won't see anybody else until I get to Glendenning. And then I get the dog walkers. And then I might bump into Jackie, the one-legged sailor, Olympic sailor, with her dog Zephyr. Good morning. But you know, the last time I did a Zone 2 run was with you. Hi. I had to keep backing off because I was always in Zone 3, even when I was hiking. I thought, well,
Yeah, but
that kind of ruins that.
Because it's steep.
Yeah, but I'm hardly moving. You know, that's the thing. That's why it's not worth just relying on pace. Because then you end up always running flat. Because that's the only comparison you can make. So it has to be the effort that you put in is what you're measuring. That's the most important factor.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the effort is what keeps the muscles pull rather than something that's too easy so they just go down to the middle and they move you around the flat.
Well, yes, that's one thing. You get a little bit more leg strength from doing hills, but only if you push them hard.
Only if you push them hard.
Well, that's true, because I can get my heart rate up to Zone 4 on a hard, steep hike. I'm not moving, but I'm working the heart super hard.
Time 27 minutes. Distance 2.8.
But I still haven't decided whether I should back off my hiking. I know I back off my running to a hike when I hit Zone 3 if I'm doing a Zone 2 workout. But what if I'm hiking? Do I back off till I do a Zone 2 hike? I guess I should.
Or a Zone 3 hike.
Yeah. Or on the side of a little harder.
Well, it's also kind of a short thirst, right?
Yeah, it's more like a high-intensity workout. A hit. High intensity, then a break. Up we go. About time they got rid of this. That tree has been lying there for over a year now. It's just where it fell, basically. And it broke. Hello. So that they didn't have to cut it. Because it was right in the middle of the path. Hi. You see, I couldn't hear Samantha. But that's why I'm just doing it by ear. I mean, by feel, that's right. I'm not doing it by ear. Because I can't hear. Alright, last little push and then I'm going to continue.
Yeah, and I'm going to run back down.
Alright.
And run through to the lying down tree.
Which lying down tree?
There's one A big, long one that you know.
Oh, the one that I saw that fell down?
Yeah.
And that's when it starts to go up again.
Yeah, well, there's a little up and down, but only a little, so I try and go through the whole thing.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an up and down going back. But you see, I'm erring on the side of resting my heart now because I can't hear her. I'm going to push later on. I just heard that. Average heart rate 128. That's plenty zone 2. That's almost zone 3. Which means if I start running now on an uphill, it'll say zone 3 and that'll be it. But there will be a long downhill, and if I come back through Bow Park, well, it's just make all that bit of Glendenning down to where you go over Bow Park and then come out by Mount Doug Market. That adds on another 2k. So I'm thinking about 9k today in about an hour and 15.
That's good. Then
That would bring down my Sunday total.
Wow, that's 75.
Yes, okay, so
You want 87.
I could do half an hour on the indoor bike before I go out with you on Sunday, if you want. Yeah, if you're aggravated from this, off she goes.
It's gone, but it's not doing anything to my vision.
Yeah, well, take it easy going back. You've got your sunglasses, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I didn't bring my phone because I figured there'd be enough people if I felt really badly and had to sit down and just talk to somebody.
Could call me. I might be closer than you think.
I was thinking that I was surprised coming back. If you're allowed to open on the 15th.
661 3710
370
01
250
661.
661 3710.
Okay,
Now the whole world knows my private phone number.
we'll be getting so many calls.
I'll be getting so it'd be a way of testing if anybody's listening. Alright, I'm going to start jogging again because very soon my wife's going to turn back. You're going to turn back at the top of the hill where that big tree is lying down across the way. You could come a little further if you like. I'm not going to push it any harder when you're gone. Well, I will once you're gone. Hi. But in a way of keeping it down for me, the longer I stick with you, the better. Because I could say, okay, now I can speed up, kind of thing. Like it was you were my anchor. And not just my idleness. But still, I did. Either way.
So is that then the dip? Or is there still something?
There's still one more. But we have sat there in the past.
Yeah, is that where the windy?
No, you wanted to do a limited number of minutes. Oh, that is past where we did we
So I'm going
from here. All right, and I'm going into the woods.
here. Take it easy.
Yeah, I will. I don't think I'm going to catch that grey guy. He's
No,
too
don't
young.
even try.
I won't even try. Bye bye. Thanks for the run. So, I'm now running solo. And I think I'm still recording. Because last time I used my recorder, I definitely got the low battery sign. It starts to flicker on and off. The battery icon blinks. Maybe that will be the title of today's episode. I'll be glad to be able to take instruction from Samantha pretty soon. I'm going to do the Fake Bridges loop through the Saddle and back through Bow Park to Lambrick Park, hoping that I get closer to an hour and a half.
Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 9 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, I think it's set on 9:30, which is about right because I'll be able to hike some of the hills and all the downs I'll be running. So, all in all, it works out pretty fair dinkum, as they say in Australia. Alright, last little hill, then I go down to the resort, and then I turn towards the Fake Bridges. I'm in fact on Whittaker now, all the way. So Norma joined me after riding from our house to Harvest Lane and locking up her bike. Now I'm running solo again because she has headed back. So that would have encompassed my submission for the YFM open topic. My open topic I have chosen to be the day of our marriage, which is always an open topic. Come on, Samantha. I'm regretting not having your volume a little higher round about now. So I'm just listening, working by feel rather than mechanical command. Alright. Pretty soon, Samantha, you'll be in your element.
17 seconds behind. Time 36 minutes. Distance 3.75 kilometers. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 9 minutes 34 seconds per kilometer.
So 4 seconds per K behind my predicted finish pace. That's what I have to keep reminding myself of. My predicted finish pace. I wasn't clear on the distance, so I can't really specify how long this run is going to be in terms of minutes, which is what I'm working on nowadays. Hello. It's a guy running with a bandana over his mouth, going down Norn. And I'm going up Whittaker now. I'm going to take a picture of this very important crossroad. As I head into the quiet zone. All we'll hear then is the birdies. And me making noise.
Zone 2.
Okay, put the camera away, young man. You will notice that Samantha seems a bit asleep at the switch, because now I'm in the shadow of a 200-meter mountain. 600 foot of granite lies between me and a possible source of global positioning. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. There's an old guy taking a rest break, sitting on a log. Zone 3. I promised Norma I would stay in Zone 2, unless I was hiking.
Time 38 minutes. Distance 3.94 kilometers. Average heart rate 125. Workout average pace 9 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
Still need a bit of pace to make up. But I have 25 minutes recorded, and seeing as the battery icon is blinking again, I just have to forget about when to press stop, because it might decide for me.
Faster.
So this is the silent zone.
32 seconds behind. Time 39 minutes. Distance 4.04 kilometers. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 9 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
See, my heart doesn't know that I've been hiking. It thinks I've been running all the way. Hello.
Hello.
Zone 3.
Fast runner, young lady, came blasting by on a downhill. Next feature will be the fake bridges, which I have to admit I have used the name many times. So that's why I'm going to change today's title to the Blinking Battery Light thingy, whatever I said before, if I can remember what I said before, but it'll go along those lines of the blinking battery icon.
Workout resumed.
I just have to remember Abe Blinkin. That'll remind me of the first word, Blinkin.
Zone 2. Time 40 minutes. Distance 4.12 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 9 minutes 42 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
Time for hydration, that would be
Zone 3.
40 minutes in. Zone 3. And I'm at the fake bridges. So the camera has to come out for this monumental moment. It'll be gone if I move from this spot. Oops, I got two pictures for one there. Well, because I've lowered the quality of the image, it felt capable of taking another photograph that soon after it had decided on the settings. So this is where my traditional hike starts on this particular climb, just after these rutty roots. There we go. Excuse me. You will hear Zone 3, no doubt, on this hike.
Time 41 minutes. Distance 4.23 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 9 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer. Faster. Zone 4.
Zone 4. So this is harder than I work when I'm running. But in a way, as Norma was saying, I do get the benefit of the aerobic stress and recovery response without having to chug along at 9-minute miles kind of thing. That's what the hills do for you.
1 minute 16 seconds behind. Time 42 minutes. Distance 4.28 kilometers. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 9 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer.
Another landmark signage. Just turned 30 minutes of audio. Got to get the signage just right.
Zone 3. Auto pause. Workout resumed.
It took her quite a while to figure out that I had moved. It's amazing how we learn how technology works by just using it and thinking about what happens. I'm not exactly a stats man. I know how to get the stats and I try and work with them, but if it's 9-minute kilometers, so be it.
Time 43 minutes. Distance 4.33 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 9 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
So I'm going to let it run until it decides to stop. I will be checking on the battery once in a while by looking at the screen, because when it does stop, I think there will be a screen to say that it is shutting down. And I think the blinking battery icon is the first sign. I have less than one notch on the battery. I will definitely put in new batteries for next week.
Zone 4.
Zone 4. Not much I can do about it, Samantha, unless I stop moving altogether.
Faster.
Yep, I know.
Zone 3.
She's quite a lady.
Time 44 minutes. Distance 4.40 kilometers. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 10 minutes per kilometer.
Yep, so that's half a minute slower at this stage, so I have to make up that much in time going down Glendenning, which I almost certainly will. Hello. The one going across on the Upper Whittaker. Yeah, I'm going towards the Elephant Rock now. With 32 minutes on the clock. So I could say goodbye to you now, and then if it does die, I won't have to say goodbye to you again, because it's only going to be 5 minutes at the most.
Average heart rate 134. Workout average pace 10 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
So when Samantha says 50, then that will be the end of the show, I think.
Halfway to your goal.
Halfway to my goal. 4.5, 9, yes, that's right. I think I set 9K at
Zone 4.
9.5 minute Ks, but this is the slowest part. After the saddle, it definitely speeds up.
Zone 3.
But going this way, I should be able to avoid the later rises. It's only 9 o'clock now, if that. And the crowds are beginning to arrive. That's just somebody on the phone, I think.
Time 46 minutes. Distance 4.54 kilometers. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 10 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
I think I've already said goodbye, but excuse me if I forget. I'm just taking a photograph of the elephant once again.
Auto pause. Workout resumed.
I'm looking into the dense woods. Got it. Yeah, I thought so. I saw something large moving in the woods there, but it was probably a hiker, because that's where I'm hearing noises.
Workout resumed.
Zone 2, and she's counting again. She's a bean counter. She's bean counting, and every now and then she stops counting
Zone 3.
when she doesn't have any data to work with. I really don't want to fall today, because it has been somewhat a regular thing the last week or so. I've tripped a few times, and my scars have healed by now. And it looks as if us seniors in BC will be able to get our second COVID vaccine pretty soon. Hello, dog.
Time 47 minutes. Distance 4.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 2 minutes 10 seconds.
Hi.
Hello.
Just let me sneak by. Thank you. I know her. She's a runner.
Zone 3.
Mind you, she's probably my age or older. Very healthy looking face and body. Alright, so without further ado, I will say bye-bye to you here on the back section of the glorious Mountain of Joy. Bye-bye.